Yeah, stage fright.
What?
I think the opposite of stage fright.
No, Anthony is saying his thing.
I was waiting for Marco to finish.
Well, I was gonna keep going until
All I
you said
heard was,
something.
All right, now Marco ruins everything.
Hey, shut up. Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to the KetchupCast. This is episode
5.
5. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it took too long though.
Yeah, it took so long.
Do you even listen to these?
Yeah, where have you been?
Not one bit.
I feel like if you make stuff and you can't enjoy the stuff you make, you didn't make stuff that was good.
Anthony hates the podcast.
That's deep, my god.
You know what? I showered right before this, and
Yeah,
you know
Oh,
what?
wow, really? Amazing.
You shower like 5
guess
times
what?
a day. How is your skin not dry and peeling off?
What
I
do you
know.
mean 5 times a day? I only shower 1 time a day, and I wash my head 2 times a week.
Your head or hair?
My head.
A week? You're supposed to do it every other time.
It's what I do. I used to do it every
That
other
doesn't
day.
justify it,
I
Anthony.
used to
I
wash
see
my
killing
hair
the
every other
planet by
day,
wasting-
but now I do twice a week. Anyways, when I was showering, my brother, he was playing some British rap music, and I could hear it from the bathroom. So all I heard was that, "Yeah, mate, I'll pull out the toolie, I'm gonna shoot you in the head while you're doing my mask, cuz."
Oh, I pull out the flintlock in West Gloucester.
I'll be
Oh,
shooting
don't
you,
let me catch you in the streets of London, yeah.
mate. I'll shoot you on the driveway while you're having your tea and crumpets, yeah.
You come
shoot
down to Birmingham, shoot you dead, man.
Shoot you, you dead corpse looking all stupid, mate.
Talking shit, Queen of England, yeah?
PJ's racist. Shut up.
I'm racist.
Oh, I also
People.
the rap music was so great. I had another nosebleed during my shower as well.
What the is that?
I don't know. I
It's
think it's
when you
Maybe
bleed for your
it's,
nose.
maybe it's the inside of your
Whoa,
cavity
really?
drying out because of the 6 showers a day.
could be also because it was f***ing hot as hell today.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that.
Well, I'm a bit chunkier than you guys, so it's kind of hot for me today.
It was really hot. I woke up. I woke up an hour early today, and I was sweating so much.
It was beautiful out, honestly.
It was. Oh, I went out for a
Did you
jog
go out,
about-
Pete?
Did I? No, did you?
I was at work all day, idiot.
Essential worker risking his life.
Bro, how the fuck am I an essential worker?
What was the Korean streamer in Minecraft that we saw at Rob's house? Let me out. Let me out.
It was like a Korean girl playing with some white guy, like some white nerd, and like they were in one of those shipwrecks in Minecraft, and like they found a chest in there. He's like, "Oh, poisonous potatoes," and then like his oxygen was going down, so he's like, "Oh."
Hey, can we play Minecraft together sometime?
Speaking of gamer rage, my third controller came in for Smash.
Speak gamer range. Why is that? Why do you have a new one? What happened to the other one, PJ?
Let's say I was on like a 5-game losing streak. Leave it.
I would say something, to be fair. Back when I played competitive Overwatch, if you lose 2 games a day, that's it. You're done. You're done for the day. I had
You're
very
done.
high standards.
Pack it in.
I don't really rage at games.
No, see, the thing is for me is that I want to get off on a good note, so I will keep playing it till I win. That's what the thing with me.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Then again, I don't really play competitive games anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
I remember you used to rage a little bit, Anthony.
Huh?
You used to rage a bit.
Like when?
Just any game.
Yeah, at most I would just say, "Alright, this game's stupid."
Just like you played a minute of Telltale's Walking Dead. Ain't that right, Donnie?
Telltale's the Walking Dead. Well, I wouldn't rage at it.
No, you're like, oh, they said they'll remember it. This game's fucking stupid. I hate it. I don't know why.
I can't believe you actually remembered that. That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, because that's such a stupid ass reason to not play a game.
No, I finished the entire game. I was just like, can you like? It's always happening in the top left corner of the screen. It's always like you say to another character, "By the way, you're gay." This character will remember that. Oh, epic!
Anthony, at least you actually try the games that people give you.
Yeah. Who would ever not do that, right, PJ?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, you fucking moron.
I got PJ Elite Dangerous so he could play with me and Anthony. Hey PJ, you want to play Elite Dangerous?
No, Smash,
Okay,
no.
okay. Listen, to be fair, one of two things. One, it's
It's
only
been
been
3
a day.
days.
2, you legit. Okay, but you got it against my will. You just handed it to me. I didn't.
You should have gifted it to me.
You want to give? You want it right now?
Yeah,
I can give it to you right now.
Can you? Is there a way to refund it and give it
but
to
I can
someone
just
else?
give it to Marco.
I'll play
I
it.
got
I'm
my
saying
money.
like.
We'll
Okay.
play it for like 1 minute because I have other games.
Hey PJ, you want to play Elite Dangerous?
Well, we're in the middle of a podcast now.
No, and then even after, no.
No video games, no. It's very funny because I think PJ is the most passionate of all of the video games. We make fun of him for like in the most.
No.
PJ doesn't like movies, though. We all can agree to that. 100%.
He doesn't
Except
like
that.
movies. He doesn't like food. He doesn't like music.
Pete, why do you hate everything?
I don't.
You did.
Actually, you know the channel I hate everything? That's a list of what PJ hates.
Well, one thing that we all hate, TikTok. I'm not sure if you heard of it.
Oh, you really want to venture into this?
Well, I want to more
It's
venture.
true.
I want
It's
to more
true.
venture into like the humor aspect of it and like
Yes,
shit-
quote unquote humor.
Yeah, that's not
just,
funny.
Just shit that we find funny now. Like it's definitely changed over the years. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, because it evolved from Vine, or no, it evolved from Musical.ly, which evolved from Vine, which evolved from short Twitter clips that would loop, which evolved from GIFs. So I mean, like, the humor is definitely degraded throughout the years. Like, I really don't like it. Like, even as a business, it's like some companies you can be like, okay, whatever. Like, it's not for me. But like, the company that owns it, I think it's Tencent, is like genuinely like malicious. So
Why?
you know, they obviously they sell all your personal information, your face. When you put your face or anything that you own on TikTok, they automatically own like the image to your
Bruh.
face. It was like how Face App a couple months ago was really popular. Like it could age you up. There was a huge thing with that. It's like a Russian company that owns it, and if you used their app, they had the full copyright use of your face.
Meaning what?
Like if you like. They could like put your let's say you have an ad, right, and you need like
They could
photos of
Photoshop
people.
your
They could
face.
put your they could put your face on there, and they wouldn't have to pay you
Bruh.
anything.
Bruh.
Well, I mean that's just more
Yeah.
advertisers for me. So
Speaking of scummy Chinese company, the company that made Valorant, a lot of people like Valorant. They don't realize that you're installing
Malware?
anti-cheat made by them that goes to, this is for all the software nerds, it goes to processor ring level 0, which means it has basically direct control over your hardware at any time if you install it, and it's very hard to uninstall something at that level.
Valorant.
like every Twitch streamer is playing that game nowadays.
Yeah, and they're doing the FOMO, fear of missing out. That's their marketing strategy right now. So like you don't get to play it, and then like you're like, oh, I don't have to play it. Well, even if I don't like it, I still want to try it, and that just generates hype on its own.
Wait, did Tencent also make Valorant?
Through maybe some companies, but I do believe it's a Chinese company.
I think they don't know
that
League of
made,
Legends. If I'm not wrong.
It's a company. It's the company that made League of Legends. Oh, let me check it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they made League of Legends. I'm like almost certain.
Yeah, Riot Games, people who made League of Legends. Free to play, multiplayer, first person shooter, developed by Riot
Tencent,
Games.
they're really popular amongst the mobile games. Like they've made PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, and like they're kind of far from the like it is the actual game. Like I don't know if you guys play Call of Duty Mobile.
Yep, it's Tencent that owns Riot Games that owns Valorant. So yeah, if you want Tencent having direct control over your probably expensive computer.
Is it one of
get
those
Valorant.
situations where it's like as you're playing the game, they're actually mining Bitcoin?
Like cooking
No,
mama.
no, it's not cooking mama. That was an actual
Yeah.
thing.
Fucking money or
No, it's not that they are, it's that they can. That's the problem.
Well, it's the most recent one. It's not like the.
Oh,
it's not like the
that's
old
the whole story in itself. Like, it wasn't even like licensed by like the company. Like, it was like a third party game, kind of like the people who made that new Cookie Mama game for Switch don't even own the rights to Cookie Mama or some like weird shit like that.
Who signed off on that?
I don't know. That's what makes it so interesting. Like, it's a very weird situation. But the people who made Cooking Mama were like, "What the fuck is this?" Like,
That's
we
like
don't
if we
understand.
made Cooking Mama and put it
Yeah,
on Switch.
Pretty much, yeah. This is insane.
How does that shit even happen?
Official
Like,
Nintendo seal quality.
Did someone else like go in and just add that?
That's a great question. I mean, to be fair, on Nintendo servers, the quality assurance is not the highest thing in terms of the eShop.
Yeah.
Like AAA games on Switch are amazing. Quality is high on there, but if you go on the eShop, you're gonna go through piles and piles of garbage. Like it's embarrassing how much like shovelware is on the eShop on Nintendo. It's crazy.
That's what they get for opening up the gates. Because Nintendo for decades now hasn't let third-party games anywhere near their consoles.
Peep, what is eShop?
It's
like
Nintendo.
the PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, Steam equivalent.
Oh, okay. How often do you even use it?
Only
Whenever you
occasionally.
want to buy a game.
Yeah, only occasionally. Like,
Or to refresh your stupidly cheap Nintendo Online subscription. I like Nintendo Online. It's a pretty good deal. $20 a year.
I mean, like, it's good price, but the stuff we get is like very minimal.
I mean, for the price, you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
So
I'm saying there's
can't
a lot of like basic stuff. It's like, why don't we like? That's kind of like stupid. We don't have that.
I mean, that is a good deal, especially compared to PS Plus. PS Plus is like $50 a year.
I do like PS Plus, but you can't talk about it without sounding like you're advertising for it. Like, PS Plus is very good for the price too. It's like, how much is it a month? It's like 14 a month.
I believe it. Yeah, it's like around there a month. But here's the thing: you get
you get two free games every month. You get PlayStation Online. You get do you get PlayStation Now or do you not? I don't remember.
I know you can get a 1 week trial for it. That's it. But after that,
You can.
They start charging you. But I mean, PS Plus is actually pretty cool. I've gotten a lot of free games from there. Like,
Some of your favorite games too.
Yeah, that's how I got Bloodborne. Like back in 2015, I never even heard of the game, and I saw it was a free game. So I'm like, why not? I tried it out, and it's like, I don't know how, but Bloodborne was sort of like the exact game I've been looking for this entire time. Like I've never found a game other than that, and that's sort of how I got into Dark Souls and all that shit.
I got my favorite game. I got my favorite game of all time on PlayStation Plus. It was Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh yeah. I got that as well.
They do give away some pretty good games on there, but sometimes it just feels like they threw whatever on there.
Yeah.
Like, what's this month's game? Keep talking while I look.
Oh, I checked. There are actually like 2 games that I've never heard of that some people said were garbage.
May 2020. Oh, Farming Simulator. Epic.
Farming Simulator, that's
Farming
already
Simulator.
free.
And City Skylines. That's a good deal.
I saw it on Steam and it got it's whatever.
It's not Dying Light or Dark Souls Remastered as it was previously rumored.
Oh, I read that.
It's City Skyline and Farming Simulator 19. Those are both
Wait,
really
Dark
good.
Souls Remastered and Dying Light? Dying Light was already free on PS Plus once.
Yeah, but like probably a while ago.
It was like a couple years ago, like 4 years ago or something. I don't know. But you do actually get some good games. I don't know anything about the Xbox Live. Like, do you even get anything for them?
You can get like it's like PlayStation Now, but like a bunch of games. Like they have Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 on there, and that's actually a pretty good deal that I want to play.
You that's the thing. Like, if you want to play Metal Gear nowadays, you need either an emulator or something like
via
that.
time travel, time machine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm start playing Metal Gear on emulators at some point.
We have the PlayStation Classic upstairs, and you can play Metal Gear Solid 1, not remastered on there though.
I've always got the GameCube version, honestly.
The Twin Snakes, that's the remastered version. Came out like 2 years or a year later or something like that. Best game series ever though.
Yeah.
Besides Doom.
Besides what?
Besides Doom. Oh yeah, now that all four of us have played Doom now.
Oh, yeah,
Doom
we've-
Eternal and Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you beat 2016. You're pretty far through Eternal. What do you think of them?
Yeah,
so
so
far?
I beat 2016 twice, and I'm towards the end of Doom Eternal. I've been like cussing this whole time because I've been dying to the con maker. So yeah, there's that. But in terms of like gameplay and like how fluid everything is, Doom Eternal is definitely better. But like the designs of the demons and like just the general aesthetic in 2016 was better.
I actually agree with that. I'm playing Doom 2016, my second playthrough right now, and I gotta say I do like some of the design aspects. Like I recently beat the Cyber Demon.
Yeah,
I gotta say he looks so.
Taco Demon is 100 times better in 2016.
No, 2016 had way more better art direction, I believe. But it's the music in Eternal is the same, if not a little better than 2016.
Like,
But
the
2016, it like
the fact that they try to make all the demons like cartoony, like it doesn't fit in the universe that they've established.
well, it's like they're trying to come off the story of 2016, which they did like horribly, by the way.
Yeah, it's
I do not like the
terrible.
story of Doom Eternal.
So confusing.
They came up with the story of 2016, but they're like, oh, people like the old Doom games, so we should try and be more like the old Doom games. And they succeeded with like the combat, but then not the art direction was all over the place though, because you have some new enemies who don't fit in with the roster at all. Some new, all the ones that have been carried over from 2016 have been remade. So
Yeah,
the
all
old
the
ones.
bosses don't matter because they just show up as regular enemies.
No, that's what the Marauder was so cool until you have to fight like 3 of them at once.
Here's the thing. I thought like when I first saw the Marauder, I thought there was just one of him.
I did
Like, you
too.
know, it was just like this one sort of.
You could say he just comes back throughout the rest of the campaign, but like, why turn a boss fight that, like, he seems really cool. Like he's like an evil version of you.
Yeah, it looks like from the story, it looks like he was one of the Night Sentinels, but like when he died, he got like transformed into a demon because he probably like did a deal with the devil or some
The devil.
shit like that. Exactly, but then.
Does the
There's,
devil
like-
even exist in the Doom universe? Because he's never mentioned, or we never.
Hello, this is the devil.
Well, no, they throw in all this new lore like it means something. Like the hell priest Urdak, the con maker. Like you're supposed to take the con maker, but honestly, you never interact with her for the entire story until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Or the hell priest, they're just there to be mid bosses for no reason. And you're supposed
You don't even fight them. You like fight one of their champions and then you kill them in the cutscene after.
Yeah, like the Doom Hunter, that was a really cool enemy. Like it was a cool boss fight until you fight 6 of them at once outside the boss
Christ.
fight. Like what's he doing here? I killed you
I
twice
killed him.
already. Oh, and the one cool boss they had, the Archviles, they just throw them in, no introduction, and they don't even throw up the stupid pop-up tutorials you get for every enemy in the game.
Too.
No,
It's like,
the
why are all the
just
enemies
a
red?
regular enemy? But you're definitely right. They just threw them in when you least expected it. Like you guys know the buff totems in Doom
Yeah.
Eternal.
No, I thought that was what it was.
Yeah, I thought there was a buff totem nearby. I was looking around and I see a.
Also,
giant-
I want to point out this only happened to me on the PC version, not on Xbox. The first buff totem destroyed itself somehow. So like I'm like, okay, so I said it's just a bot, it's just a enemy rush. Then just gotta handle it out. And then the second time I was in an arena, I kid you not, for 45 minutes. It was the one outside the Phobos base, like the one with like a.
Yeah,
I was there for 45 minutes. And I was like, okay, what's happening? Is like this a glitch? Am I stuck? What's happening here? But I was having fun, so I wasn't complaining. And then I was like, wait, you can shoot these?
And
Why didn't I have to do it last time?
according to like the codex entries, if you read about the buff totem, they will keep on spawning until you destroy the buff totem. So I just wanted to test that theory once when I turned on all the cheats. And I just sat there and I'm like, wow, they just keep on coming and coming. Like no matter how many I destroy them. And like right when you destroy the buff totem, they're just all gone. But
I feel like they've retconned a bunch of
No, it feels like they're like, this continues the story from Doom 2016.
no, it doesn't.
But yeah, it doesn't at all. It throws you in the middle of another game. And it's like, this is what you've done. I'm like, I don't want to see what I've done. I don't want to read about it. I want to do it.
Very, very confusing getting into it the very
Yeah,
first
like,
time.
I'm sure everyone has played Doom Eternal by now, or at least heard of it. Like the part with Samuel Hayden, that's just confusing to me.
No, they ruined Hayden. He was a cool he was the cool not anti-hero, not villain. He was like he just kind of coexisted with the Doomslayer, and that's what they ruined about 2016 too. The Doomslayer doesn't care what's happening. He doesn't care about anything. That's his thing. He's just pure rage. And you can choose to read about stuff going on if you want. That's your choice as a player. But the Slayer and the story doesn't care, and it's not important if you miss the story. And I know people were saying they wanted more story, but that really didn't work out too much for them, did it?
I personally, I actually prefer Doom Eternal over Doom 2016, obviously. But
You're in the minority here. I think the rest of us prefer 2016.
I gotta say, like a lot of the glory kills in Doom Eternal, and like the fact that he has like a wrist blade now, and everything. But like I don't know, just the style, the aesthetic, the theme of 2016. And the thing about 2016, it's I don't know. I can't even describe it. The thing, like, it's weird, like the origins of the demons. So in 2016 and the codex, they make it seem like the demons are like naturally occurring in hell. But in Doom Eternal, they suddenly the demons have to be made from like human souls. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because like if you go to like any like dimension anywhere, like it's gonna have its own native creatures, right?
Yeah.
So the demons are native to hell, but Doom Eternal makes it seem like that.
They're transformed from humans.
Yeah, exactly. Which doesn't make any sense because a Caco demon, a Pinky, doesn't look anything like a fucking human.
Yeah, you could say it's like the demented, like tortured form of them, but like, what does that even mean anymore?
I know.
It lost all meaning.
Tell you one thing, the Hell Knights are epic.
The what?
The Hell Knights are epic.
Yeah. How are you gonna ask me to believe that was a human? And
I can see what they're going for, but like I watched that. This is a YouTube channel I watched. He's a biologist, and he was like examining like how all the creatures in Doom would have evolved, like if they lived in hell. Right? Yep.
Yeah, I watched his Caco demon video, and it makes sense, right? Because
it does.
Why does the Caco demon have those dangly little arms? And it's a flying creature. It makes no sense, right?
Well, it evolved like out of it to like so it still has like the arms. Like we still have wisdom teeth, but we're out evolving them right now.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm getting them out in like 1.5 weeks. So that'll be fun.
That's nothing to do with Doom, sweetheart.
I was pointing out the fact.
Off topic.
No, I'm sorry.
That's true. But once Pete gets his wisdom teeth out, he apparently he can get a job now.
Yeah, not happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, too bad the state's never going to open again.
I wanted to go back to Pete's wisdom teeth, but more on Doom. I just sort of I like Doom Eternal. I don't know what it is. It's just
I never said it was bad. I like it. I like.
Yeah, I know.
We're not. Saying, both are good. Both are good. The
music, obviously, the gameplay. I like this story. People were saying they're throwing too much story. I thought it was whatever.
There's much more story in this one that doesn't exist.
You can choose to pay attention to it if you want to. It's all up.
Well, that's less of an option than in 2016 though.
Yeah, that's true.
In 2016, like they even made the joke about the very beginning when he like throws the computer when people are trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
But like in 2016, like there's third person cutscenes. Like there's the same voice line repeated 10 times. Hold on, everyone be quiet. I'm gonna play a couple of them.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is fired.
The icon of sin is on Earth. The stronger he will be.
Yeah, shut up, you f***ing retard!
See what I mean?
Hey, Donnie, what can you just not do?
You can't just blow the hole.
Hey, Donnie. Yeah. Donnie, what do you think of huge guts? It's so stupid.
It did sound kind of cringy, I must admit, but like that, I guess they were trying to appeal to all the old classic fans, because if you don't know, that's from the comics, where he was looking at, I think, a cyber demon, and he was like, "You're huge. That means you must have huge guts." That's from the comics. So huge guts. Dude, that's
absolutely hogger's guts. Sorry, I said the word. Sorry.
Ben, you can't come on the podcast anymore. I'm sorry.
No, he was saying it. He was saying it with irony.
The thumbnail could be a Poggers Cacodemon.
Irony is dead. No, that's good.
The Poggers Cacodemon. I don't know where that picture originated from. Like, I don't know who photoshopped his lips to be like that.
Someone had to sit there and painstakingly draw that.
Oh, fun side note about what you guys are talking about the Cacodemon. In the classic games, Marco, you were saying that it doesn't have any arms. Like, no, I'm saying he has arms for no reason. In the classic game, he doesn't have any arms. He's just it's just a circle.
Yeah. Well, they tried to make it more like I like the explanation, like it evolved, it's out evolving them right now.
It was something like it used to be like a legged animal, but the Argent energy caused it to evolve into a flying animal. So like you guys know what like vestigial limbs, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the arms are just vestigial limbs of when it was, walking. But Melloff Epic made from
Right? I mean, it was just sort of like floating in the classic games. You know what I think it is? If you guys play Doom 3, the Cacodemons look way different. It just looks like a sack of flesh with like a tiny human head, and it has little tiny limbs. Like,
but we all can agree Doom 3 is just some of the designs look like bad claymation.
Mm-hmm. I haven't played it yet, but from what I've seen, I definitely want to play it. I just want to know why they changed some of the designs. But
because Romero and Carmack left.
They try to be original. Like, hey, look, this is new, but it's shit.
Also, it was kind of more of a horror game than a sort of just hack and slash than what we love.
Hack and slash. What year did that come out? It was 2003, right?
Doom 3? Oh god, I might be wrong, but I believe 2000. I believe 2005 or 7. All I know is it came out around the same time Half-Life
2004. 2004. This game came out at the same time as Half-Life 2, and Half-Life 2 still looks good by today's standards.
Yeah,
not even 2004.
Dude, Half-Life 2, arguably one of the best games ever. I fucking love that game. Pete, finish Half-Life 1 right now just so you can play it. Jesus Christ.
I'm recording though. Yeah.
Did you still want to discuss Queen?
Wait, you cut out, sorry.
Did you still want to discuss our Queen?
Our
yeah, I'll let you guys talk about it.
You can, but keep it brief.
Go on, PJ.
You go on.
You go on.
What if you talk about it right now?
We had this physics teacher back in our freshman year. my God. The circumference. I'll leave it at that.
We can't say her name, right?
I'm leaving it at that.
Say her name right now.
Wait, okay, just tell me what class it was.
Physics.
What year it was?
Freshman year, I said this.
Okay. Okay. Well, I barely heard it.
I put the notes as a joke, but
no, you fucking didn't.
But
if it's on notes, then it's getting discussed.
But what we saw was no joke. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Just say it.
She had a fat fucking ass on my
For
I've never seen an ass like that on like a. Oh my god.
I've never seen it before.
It was MILF material too.
Let me tell you, I really do want to see. Really do want to.
It looked amazing because she was like heavily pregnant and just mixed it so well.
Welcome to the KetchupCast, everybody.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Before I got horribly derailed there, I was gonna talk about I think Doom Eternal was probably the weakest of like the March-April games to come out this year.
No, okay, for sure I disagree with that.
Okay, then it's a close second. To Mountain Blade, Bannerlord, because all these April and March had such good games come out. Like there was like a consistent 3 weeks of just like game after game after game, and all of them were good. I think they're all really good, so don't take this as it's bad. But Mountain Blade was the weakest.
Michael, I was sorely disappointed by Mountain. Very disappointed.
I had way less hours in the first one than you did. I think that may have influenced why I liked the second one more. It felt more streamlined than the second one.
Dude,
or the first one.
You gotta play the first.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing: the concept of the game is very cool. Like I haven't played the game personally. I saw Michael play it like when he was streaming on Discord, and it actually does look like a very cool game.
It is very fun. It's for a very specific niche audience, but everyone can play it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was definitely the weakest of the March 20 games to come out. The next one was Doom Eternal. Then let's see, there was like 5 games to come out. I think the next one would.
And there's Animal Crossing, Half-Life Alyx.
Animal Crossing is second. Half-Life Alyx for me was the best to come
I don't
out.
know. I don't know if people will say Half-Life Alyx is the best game of the year, but it's definitely the best VR game, probably. Of all time.
Ever? Yeah. It was really good.
I did like the ending a lot.
I don't care if I'm a Half-Life fanboy; it still was really good. I'm the first person to say like, oh yeah, Half-Life is so influential to shooting and just games in general.
I don't have a VR set. I watched Michael play the entire thing, and I was still very entertained.
Yeah, I just don't like the people making non-VR mods of it. Peasants are not allowed in. No, don't get me started on misconceptions about VR. But I think that was the best game to come out. Animal Crossing, which me and Peepa both played, and Anthony and Mark are trying to play.
Yeah, I want to get a Switch.
No Switches online.
Okay. Some Switch news. The FCC did have a new filing from Nintendo of America about a new Switch schematic.
Mm-hmm.
It's specifically the same Switch line, so a Nintendo Switch, nothing else, but with different parts inside. So they may be doing a revision 1 of the Switch.
Why would they do that?
So it cheaper parts, but same product.
I think that's gonna
storage
end in the long run.
Why?
Yeah, like you have the
when you have cheap components, they die.
Well, no, it's not that it's cheap. It's just a different revision. So it's like, you know how you have a PlayStation 4, it's like 250 gig or 500 or terabyte. That's what it's gonna be basically, but with other stuff. Like, okay, like you guys had PS3s, right? You know how there was the 2 kinds of PS3s, like the regular ones, and then there was the ones that open from the top. Yeah, that's the same idea, kinda, but a little less extreme than redesigning the whole thing.
I wish what they can do with the Switch. You guys remember what they did with the PS4? There was like the PS4 and then the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
I wish that they do that for the Switch.
There's been a lot of talks of it. It's a matter of, are they going to?
I think they might just do a Switch 2 at that point, man.
Well, no, they wouldn't do a Switch 2.
Yeah, well,
it's
still with the Wii U.
It's still really early in its life cycle, and the Switch is doing way better than the Wii U.
Soon, astronomical.
The fucking Switch is super revolutionary.
Okay, here's a comparison. PJ, when's the last time you've loaded up the Wii U to not play Rock Band?
Oh, to not play Rock Band? Okay. Okay, I'll make an exception here.
If it worked.
Probably, I would say November 2018, only because it was before Smash Ultimate came out, and I was like really into Smash again, and I was playing Smash 4, and that's pretty much it.
What, to hype yourself up for? It's like when you binge a show when you know a new season's coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I did with Doom Eternal. I played Doom 2016 right before Doom Eternal.
Well, the thing is,
didn't matter because the story's 5 years apart anyway.
There's an occasional moment where like there's like a game that I only have on the Wii U. Like I know I only have Super Mario 64 on the Wii U, so I'll have to boot it up if I want to play that.
But that's not emulated on Switch yet somehow.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather load up the 3DS than load up the Wii U, not gonna lie.
Yeah, for real.
To not play Rock Band. Rock Band's the exception.
It was a very rough couple of years with the Wii U.
That's what you get for contributing to one company, VJ.
Yeah,
you gotta expand your horizons.
Well, like I said, eventually I want to get a PS4 somewhere down the line.
Why? So you can play Persona 5, that's why.
And then never touch it again.
And Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter and Metal Gear Solid and Last of Us.
Waste of time, boring waste of time, good game.
Good luck with Final Fantasy. Good luck playing all 300 of them.
I'm not playing all of them. I'm playing the remake, Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, I played like 20 minutes of Monster Hunter World.
Yeah,
like
my friend, I had a friend who was really into it at some point.
Overcomplicated for no reason.
Marco,
it's
one
a JRPG.
One time I went over your house and I saw they had Monster Hunter. I'm like, I don't know if I want to borrow this or not because I've seen the gameplay and it's not all that great. And
I played the free demo, and And like all my friends were like, "Oh yeah, play the demo. It's great." And I played the demo. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't really like it. It's not really for me." And they all looked at me like I just like shot a child in front of them.
That's Monster Hunter fans for you. There's better Capcom games out there. Mega Man, Street Fighter, Devil May Cry.
I mean,
Okay, well, let's not say anything too rash now.
I like the concept of it. Like, I like.
Well, what was rash about that?
Yeah, the concept is definitely sick. It's sort of like, it's like, I was about to say Pokemon, but more violent.
Because like I love monsters, like dinosaurs and like all game, and it turns out it was absolute. They tried way too hard to like make a simple concept something it shouldn't have.
It's a Japanese game. What did you expect? Speaking of Capcom games that are good, though, Resident Evil is still pretty good. Resident Evil 3 came out. I swear to God, that got nominated for. It's gonna get nominated for a Game Award, and if it wins,
Resident Evil 2 remake was nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, it wasn't even nominated for Game of the Year in the year it came out, was it? Like originally.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that because I've only found out about it recently. But here's the thing: should it even be considered like? Should it have been nominated Game of the Year if it's a
no? Because Resident Evil 2 it did change.
It depends how different it is.
When it first came out, in like whatever year, the original Resident Evil 2, it was considered just a sequel to Resident Evil 1, like the way that like nothing's really changed. It's just more of the same.
One thing I love about Resident Evil is how each game has their own like enemy. Like each Resident Evil has their own special enemy that you see over and over.
Let's see. Oh wow, Resident Evil 2 remake won a lot of awards. It won Game Critic Award for Best of Show. It won Japanese Game Awards for Award of Excellence, Best Audio and Golden Joystick Awards, Ultimate Game of the Year for the Golden Joystick, Hollywood Music and Media Arts, the original song.
If it's much different from the original game, then it makes sense, in my opinion.
Well, the only difference is they changed how the camera works, and they updated a lot of the graphics, and I think the AI. But other than that, like the main gameplay is still more or less the same. Which doesn't really make that much sense to me, because like, if you're like, what constitutes a remake in that point? Like, if you're awarding it for its for like the technical achievements, like graphical quality and audio, then like you can do that. That's fine. But like,
I do think Final Fantasy VII will probably get nominated for kind of like Resident Evil 2. It'll probably get nominated because people do say it's like one of the greatest games of all time.
And the fact there was a lot changed about it.
I just want to say nostalgia, but if it's legitimately a good game, I can't stop it from being.
Well, that's why I want to try, because people say it's like one of the greatest games of all time.
We live in the future. Basically, my point was, I'm perfectly fine with it winning awards for like graphical and audio achievements, but not for like best game of the year or something like that. Because like it already came out, and like the only thing you're not changing the core gameplay or any major story element. You're just changing, like the graphics and audio, and which is fine. That's perfectly fine. But like, unless there's like a huge gameplay shift, which would defeat the point of a remake, then why it shouldn't get nominated. I don't think it's not fair. I just don't think it's like comparable.
It'll probably get, like I said, it'll probably get nominated, but if it wins, it's up for debate. Just because like it'll probably go to a game that already, or like a new game instead of one that already exists. But it is like probably worthy.
I prefer that, because a new Resident Evil game would be a challenge for them, to say the least. They could basically throw the story away in 7, but let's not get too into that.
Wait, okay. Do you think they will remake Resident Evil 4?
Yes, I think they already planned that.
Oh, okay. Because like the graphic change from 3 to 4 is huge. Like it's all sort of like pixelated in 3, but then it looks like an actual good game in 4. I guess we better just wrap this up. Pete, it's your turn to do recommendations since all 4.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Go
okay.
ahead.
Cool. Okay, so we're speaking of video games. At the end of this month, there's speaking of remakes too, funnily enough, the game I'm very, very excited for is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which is a remake of the first game in the series. So since Xenoblade is on the mind, my recommendation definitely would be Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's honestly probably one of my favorite video games of all time. Now, maybe that's to do with the fact like it's one of the first times like I got into like an like actually like really good story based game, because before I was like more into like platformers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Pretty much like a brief summary. It's like it's this kid Rex, and I mean this is a whole thing in itself. Like the premise is kind of like JoJo, where it's like you have drivers and blades. Blades are like this kind of like a partner to the drivers, and they can use them in like battle or to help them or whatever. And Rex pretty much gets this one. It's like it's a really like highly valuable one. It's like a god. Blah blah blah. I won't get into this story stuff, just not spoil it. But like the story itself was like amazing. Like it actually got like really like emotionally invested into the game. It was like one of the first games I actually had to like when stuff happens, like when like a character dies, it was actually like significant to me. I had to turn off the game. Like I need to take a break. The only game that's made me cry before is Dragon Quest XI. This game did come very close though. But yeah, it's honestly one of my favorite games of all time. It's amazing story, amazing characters. It's
Peep, it's an RPG, right?
Yeah, it's an RPG. It's kind of different. It's not really turn based. It's kind of like you'll just like constantly attack your character, then you can use like specials.
I've seen gameplay. It kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, kind of.
Sort of. But I've seen it, and like people, I know you have it, and if I had a Switch, I would definitely be playing.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like I've seen people play it. It actually looks sick.
Yeah, it's
like the world design and like the
it's amazing. It looks beautiful. It plays beautiful.
Is Tales of Symphonia on Steam? Because I swear there's something like that there.
Yeah, that's where I got Tales of Symphonia on Steam. Yeah, it was like $5. So I always heard of it, so I'm like, why not?
Wait, is it similar to Tales of Symphonia?
Yeah. Well, Tales of Symphonia, it's like the thing. Now I'm getting into another recommendation, kind of, but the thing I like about Tales of Symphonia, it's an RPG, but the thing about it is instead of just like pressing buttons to do what characters do, it's kind of like the best way to describe it is like Smash, where like you actually have to do like inputs. Like, well, it is. People always say that all the time. Like you have to constantly do like inputs and shit. Like no. What I'm saying is like instead of like saying, oh, press button, I'm gonna attack, and then like he just runs up and attacks. It's like you have to keep like pressing the button to attack, blah blah blah, and like you have to do like up B is a special, side B is a special, down B is a special. You know what I mean? So it's like RPG, but like more like you're actually controlling the character instead of just watching what happens.
Well, I looked on Steam. Tales of Symphonia is actually on sale right now. It's $5.
How much is? Oh my god! Yeah. You should get it. It's amazing.
Is that the rec, Pete?
Well, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Tales of Symphonia. I didn't mean to do the last one, but sure.
Yeah, sure. Why not? You know what? Choose either or, whatever you want to play.
Tales of Symphonia is another great game. Great characters, all that.
Wait, hold on. Say the voice line.
What voice line?
The French guy from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah. The Xenoblade.
Perfect. All right, thank you.
Is that it?
Because that's it. All right.
What?
Okay, take care of yourselves, and of course, as usual, please have yourself a damn good one.